Hey, what's up? Brian here with the Holy Roller, playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And I have my dice tracker with me, and I'm going to be tracking my sessions and my goals for the cruise to see if we can earn a free cruise with very minimal money. Let's try it. Here we go.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
All right, so I have my dice tracker here. I've been using it on different cruises. It has all kinds of stuff you can track. Now, what I've done is I've written some things in. So it has a place where you can write in the cruise or the event you're doing, the session date, which is today, and the time in, time out. The casino's not open yet, but I'm getting prepared, and I'm gonna be taking you along this journey because I'm gonna start my bankroll, total bankroll for this entire cruise, $850, okay? $850. This includes, for this session, I'm gonna use all $850. I'm buying in for $850. Free play, casino money, $350 and $500. So I'm gonna buy in for $500 of my own money this time. And my goal is to win $1,000, okay? And then my walk away would be $500. So I'm gonna be walking away. If I get down by $350 and I lose all the free play, I'm walking away with $500 so that I have more for the next nights of the cruise, okay? And then my point goal for this entire cruise is going to be 4,000 points. Now, 4,000 points and $850 or $500 of my own money, that's gonna be very difficult, but I'm gonna try to do it because I'm gonna try a new system that I'll tell you about as we go. But right now, like I said, I've recorded that stuff in, and the only thing I need to do is figure out my average bet per shooter, and there's other stuff that you can track here, by the way. And then the session points. So far I have 0 points because this is the first night of the cruise, and I'm gonna take you along this journey. So here we go, we'll see how it goes. Have you got your dice tracker yet? Make sure to get one of these. Go to holyroller.com or check the link in the description. This is able to track not only your bankroll, but your points towards a free cruise, among other things. So make sure to grab one of these. Now let's get back to it. Okay, first step is to go over to the cashier. The casino's getting ready to open, and I'm gonna go over to the cashier and get my free play in chips instead of free play on the machines. So you can get your free play on the slot machines, but you have to come to the cashier to get your free play in chips so you can play at the tables. So I got $350. You can get $5 chips, $25 chips, or $100 chips. I think I'm gonna get $100 chips and some $25 chips, $350. That's gonna be my plan. Here we go.
Number for the slot machines.
Just one signature?
Day of your
Yes, sir,
birthday,
just one.
once again,
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
All right, here it is. This is the 500 and the 350. Here we go.
A few minutes later.
So far, so good. I still have all of my money intact. I'm up a little bit. I've been doing 66 inside, 22 inside pressure on the first hit, and then down to 44 after the second hit. So I'm up. All right, so I got up about $75. Then when I rolled, I went to 66 inside. Then I got the 4 and 10. Had a bunch of outside numbers I was hitting until I finally hit the 5. And then I went out. I had a good roll, but I was hitting all outside numbers, no inside numbers. And then I lost, so now I'm only up $10. Starting over. All right, so I had a really good roll. I'm up to $900. I still have $100 worth of free play, and I'll explain that later. I got to get back to it. All right, there's the $1,010. I mean, 910. All right, now we're at 1,054, and then we went to, watch this, 1,254, and then we put 1,000 back and just played for 250 until we lost it. Okay, so close the craps table down tonight. It is a little bit, almost 2 o'clock, and I took all my notes, and so I have them. I did track some things because on the dice tracker you could track. This is kind of how it started, and then I tracked some things here at the bottom. So one thing I thought would be funny because it kept happening over and over and I was with Matt, we were playing, and I said, you know what I'm gonna start tracking? I'm gonna start tracking how many sevens roll after somebody bets when the dice are out. And he goes, what's that? Superstition? I go, no, it's confirmation bias. And so during the night, 11 times, and the thing I didn't bet is, or didn't track, is when a bet came after the dice were out, but it wasn't a 7, but it was a 7 after somebody bet when the dice were out 11 times. It was probably 50-50, to be honest. Okay, the other thing I tracked, which I always like to track, is 2s and 3s on a come out versus 7-11s on a come out. Okay, so it was equal, the same amount of 2s and 3s on the come out and 7-11s on the come out. It was 50-50, which was really nice. But this was probably the biggest thing. The biggest thing was there was only 2 all night. There was only 2.7 outs. 2 of them. And I didn't roll one, but there was some people that rolled them. So I was surprised about that. I played 5 hours, just so you know. 8:30 to 1:30. Started with $850. Walked away with $1,000. Now I was up, and I showed you those clips where I was up, and I just used the casino money to play and get points. And so I'm up $150. The strategies I used was the Waymaker. I also used Light in the Darkness. I used Squeeze Play, and then I used a secret strategy that I'm going to tell you about later that I'm testing out during this cruise. And then the other thing, let's see, how many points? For 5 hours, I got 753 points. So that is on average, after 7 days, that is on average to be able to get 4,000 points. I'm just saying, if I could keep that up. Now, they are opening this craps table late when we're at port, but tomorrow's a sea day and they open at 1 o'clock. So I might have a day session and a night session tomorrow, just to make up for some of those late sessions that I might not even play when they open at like 10 o'clock at night. Because you want to play a long session, and if it opens at 10 and closes at 2 and it's only 4 hours, sometimes I like to try to, like, that's the minimum amount I want to play is 4 hours, because the points really accumulate. It's just the first night. We got a lot to do and a lot to go, so I'm going to go ahead and clip or edit it and get to that point right now. Here we go. All right, session 2, they're getting ready to open the craps table. It's not open yet, but I have my tracker. And so for this session, it's a day session, not a night session. So they're gonna open the table during the day. It's a sea day, so I'm looking forward to it. So I'm gonna buy in for $300. My color up goal is $500. My walk away is $200. So if I lose 100, I'm out. I'm gonna save it for tonight. See how many points I can get. I have 753 points from the last session. So here's session 2, and here we go. I think I'm gonna track the same thing. Come out 7s and 11s, come out 2s and 3s, 0.7 outs. I'm also gonna track, I'm gonna track dice off the table or no rolls, and see how many times versus a 7 comes versus it doesn't come. And then I'll still track the buy-in or the bet after the dice are out, and then I'm gonna track it to see how many times it happens and how many times it doesn't happen. So anyway, let's go. Next session.
We start with 10,000 in credits. After each round, the leaderboard will be updated. We are taking the top. No problem.
Little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, we had a little afternoon session. Just played an hour and a half, but I wasn't disciplined enough to walk away with the $200 stop loss. So I lost $300. I just played it all the way down. The systems I used was the Waymaker, the Light in the Darkness. Here's the numbers for the second session. Lost 300. 221 points. I only played from 1 p.m. to, it's not even 2:30. So a total of 974 points. And we'll go on to the next session tonight after dinner. It's gonna be fancy night. All right, here we go. Okay, it was the fancy night, but I went and changed and then played the session, and I tracked my progress. So let me tell you what it was. I played from 8 p.m. to midnight, so 4-hour session tonight. And I started with $700 and I cashed out with $500. So what does that mean? Whew. Oh, I went up right here, and it's Sorrento's, the pizza right here. When I said I was down earlier, down 300, it was really just the free play, you know. Now that I'm down 200, I'm down 200 of my own money. So I got $300 left of my own money. I was gonna skip a day, so $300 for the next 3 days. That's $100 a day. We'll see what we could do with it. I was able to get, with this session, this 4-hour session, I was able to get 768 points. So my total for 3 sessions is 1,742 points. The strategies I played was Light in the Darkness, Waymaker, Squeeze Play, and Double Tap. So my 2 losing sessions, I didn't play my new secret strategy that I was talking about. I just tried it out on the first night. It worked really good. So I really need to maybe go back to that system because it was working. No, any system can work if you have a good roll, and any system can lose. But those are the 4 systems I used tonight. I am down. It was kind of a choppy table, choppy seas kind of thing. Not really choppy seas, but you know what I mean. And so anyway, that's what I got right now. I'll just update you with the next session. Here we go. Brian from the future here. Hey, during this video, I talk a lot about a secret system, that I'm gonna tell you about a secret system, but I didn't want you to watch the whole video expecting to see the secret system that I have. But what I wanted to do is let you know now that I'm gonna do a separate video that I'll put up at the end of this video once it comes out, but I'll do a separate video about the secret system. But right now, let's get back to the regular video. Back on track, here we go. All right, before we jump any further, I'm in the room here getting ready for the night, and I have my dice tracker, and I was thinking $300 for the rest of this cruise, mainly because I'm trying to do it for less than $500 of my own money total to get a free cruise offer. So the thing I did was I went over to look at the other dates for the less than maybe the 2,000 point one, and I have a video that shows you how to do this and look at the cruise offers before you go on the cruise, so you can have a point goal. And so anyway, going there, I looked at the point goal for 2,000 because I'm right around 2,000, 1,700, you know. And but man, I shouldn't be like greedy. I should be grateful for a cruise offer that I got. But when I was looking at that one, it didn't have the one I wanted. And so, you know, a cruise offer is a cruise offer, but after a while you get to, you start looking and you're like, that's the one I'm shooting for. So anyway, so I'm kind of up in the air about my my strategy for tonight. If I should just use, you know, buy them for 300 and see what happens and have a walk away. I didn't walk away last time, so will I this time? I need to, because I don't want to spend more if I lose some money. But I did want to say I got a gold block. So with Royal Caribbean, not gold block, crystal block they call it. With Royal Caribbean, they have these blocks once you get to Diamond and Diamond Plus, and when you're on the sailing, you get this crystal block. So let me take this out and show it to you. When you get a certain amount of points, so whatever ship you're on, you get the block. And so this is pretty awesome. It's pretty heavy too, and it's a crystal block, Ovation of the Seas. So, and then the other side, it just has the picture of the Ovation there. So pretty awesome, that, because it is Alaska in the background. So it's going to commemorate this trip for me. So even if I don't get the free cruise that I wanted, I got a crystal block. But anyway, with all that being said, I did want to build this, and so I'm gonna build this, and then we'll get down to the casino. Let's go. Getting ready. I filled it out. We got a 7 p.m. now, and we're gonna get to the table. $300. I'm buying in for 3. My walk is 200. If I lose 100, I'm walking. So I need to do a really low strategy, like table minimum kind of strategy. So that's what I'm gonna try, and I'll let you know how it goes. Check it out, like this guy he has all the numbers. All right, you gotta see this roller coaster of what I've been doing. So I've been tracking where I'm at. So you'll probably have to pause this and go back and look at it. But I was up $8, then I was down $4. Then I was up $48, then I was up $40, then I was $24 up, $1 up, $3 down, $17 down, $17 up, even, $10 down, $31 down, $13 down, 14 up, and then 60 up, and then I just had an epic roll, and I got, the crazy thing is I was doing same bet the whole time. I had $6 in the field, and eat minimum, and I did, for most of the time I did same bet, so I was winning like $6 or $9 every roll. And let me see, I have $170 positive now from this roll. The crazy thing was that there was a DP that stacked it really high, and I just was shooting for it, knocking it down over and over and over. And the one time that I missed, because the stack was like really high, like this high, and the one time I missed hitting the stack, it was a funny game, everybody was laughing. One time I missed the stack, a 7 came. So anyway, it was an awesome time, really fun, but let's get back to it. So a couple shooters went by and I'm still up $100, but that guy was still standing there when I was doing my video. So the thing about it is, I kept on trying to knock down his chips, but I kept hitting points over and over and over. And he had it stacked up, and I said it would be easier to stack. It would be harder to hit if it had like a black chip there, because he had like $100 all in red stacked up. And I just kept knocking it down. It was hilarious. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that, and then get back to it. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just playing minimum bet on whatever the opposite number is. So I have a 9, and that's what I'm gonna do for these 10 shooters with the $100 extra. We'll see what happens.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Shout out, Brian.
Shout out. I just had a really long roll, and again, small money, same bets, and this is my buy-in. This is what I'm up, 165. I gotta add in this because a guy that color up really big gave me this for my long roll, and so there we go. Now I'm up a little bit. Okay, so I put my original buy-in in my pocket, and now I'm playing with just my profit for this round, $265. And so I'm gonna play the rest of the night with this money. Once I get to 300, anything above 300, I'll just start putting in my pocket. So, hey, I came to my room because the funny thing is my room, the restroom in my room is closer to the craps table than the actual restroom in the casino, because let me show you this little shortcut that I found from my room. It's pretty awesome. All right, here's the little shortcut. It's funny because usually you have to walk all the way down there, and same thing, or all the way down there. Watch this. It's hilarious. I was like, what is this door here? What? Whoops. Well, I'm here. And then watch the craps table. Right there. All right, another great night, depending how you look at it. But I'm done. I played from 7 to 11 tonight. So what's that, 3 hours? And so being that I played 7 to 11, so we got started with 300 and out for 300. I was up and I just used that money to play, and I was just playing that one system when it was like a 5, and then I bet the 9. If it was a 4, I bet the 10. So I was just playing for like $10 or $12, because if it was a 6, I got the 8. If it was an 8, I got the 6. So I call that the mirror. I was playing the mirror, okay? And then I was also playing running with the bulls. That's one way how I got way up, was playing running with the bulls. And that one is whenever you see a horn, you bet the equal amount on the horn high yo and the field. And then so I won a lot of money that way. And then I Matt was playing with me, and Matt, shout out to Matt. We made a system that was on the come out roll. We bet the 7 and 11 on the come out roll instead of $10 on the pass line. We bet $5 on the 7 and $5 on the 11. And so we started calling that the Slurpee. So that's not the secret system, but that is a system, the Slurpee, all right? So give me a Slurpee, we were saying. It was funny. And then I played the Iron Cross pretty much at the minimum. So $10, 5, $12 on the 6 and 8, and then $6 in the field. And that's pretty much, and I just collected like that once I got up. And then I would have left up, but it was getting late, you know, there was almost nobody at the table. And like I said, I played for 3 hours and I'm like, I'm almost done. And so being that I was almost done, I took my last $75 and I went 66 inside. I was going to do squeeze play. So I did 66 inside, $6 on the field. And then I kept the other dollars in my hand so I can pressure. And then we got an inside hit. So I pressured 22 inside pressure and then 7 out right after that. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then I just tipped the rest of the money to be able to walk away. But what about the points, right? Okay, so the points for that session, I got 270 points, which I thought was pretty generous, being that I was only playing like $10 or $12 per roll. So total points is 2012. And so we'll see where I'm at on the next one. So anyway, I don't know if you could tell where I'm at, but I'm in the promenade and there is Sorrento's, and you know that's where we always go, to Sorrento's, the late night pizza. All right, so anyway, let's go on to the next one. Hey, Tracy's King Crab Shack here in Juneau, Alaska. I didn't record at the table last night, but I figured we were in Juneau. And look at this weather in Juneau, Alaska today. It is amazing. Look, there's the Juneau sign right there. Look at that. You can take a picture right there next to that. But down $200. I got 395 or 300. Actually, I got the book. I tracked length of rolls this time, but I got 383 points. So total points is 2,395. I played for 3 hours. Look at this tracker. Okay, so I tracked the number of rolls and how many people made their points. So let me just tell you, out of 17 shooters that I did 17 shooters, the first 17, and then something happened that I got to tell you about that was pretty crazy. But the longest roll out of all those 17 shooters was 20 rolls, and they only made 2 points, and then they 7'd out after 2 points. 15 roller, 5 roller, and then they 7'd out, which was 20 altogether. Out of 17 shooters, only 5 shooters made a point. And then the longest roll after 20 was 16, 15, 15, and 12. So the top 5 were less than 20. I'm gonna just list the number of rolls. Here we go. 20, 2, 8, 4, 2, 5, 15, 5, 12, 3, 2, 3, 16, 7, 2, 4, and 15. Oh my gosh. So 15 was actually my roll, and it was crazy. So if you're on the member channel, you already heard this story because I did a member live and told all the members about this. But I was rolling the dice, and every time I was rolling the dice, I was right next to the stick person on the left of them. Every time I would roll the dice, they would lean into me. They were swaying back and forth. And I asked them, I was like, can you stop leaning into me, please? I'm not leaning into them. I know you're not supposed to pass the middle of the table. And so I didn't pass the middle of the table, okay? So I was going like this to throw, and they were leaning into me. And literally, when I went like this, they hit me. I hit them, they hit me, whatever. Their shoulder hit my arm, and the dice flew out of my hand, and I said, hey, no roll before the outcome. And of course it was a 7. It was a 7, and I said no roll before the outcome, but obviously that doesn't matter. I just said, why did you hit me? Why did you hit me? Why did you lean into me? I've already asked you to stop. And so then I asked for the manager to come down, and the manager came down, and he wasn't very nice, the assistant manager. Then I asked for the regular manager. I said, who's your boss? I want to talk to your boss. I'm like, hey, this guy leaned into me, he hit me. And then he's like, no, you hit him. And I'm like, okay, fine, I hit him. I'm just saying, why is he leaning into me? The dice, my arm hit his shoulder, and I said no roll, but did that affect the outcome? No, that didn't affect the outcome. So anyway, that was like a big deal that I had to deal with, because it was the table wasn't going great anyway. but I never had a dealer lean into me when I'm throwing the dice, and my arm has never really hit a dealer before. And so anyway, with all that being said, I talked to the manager. I'm like, hey, I just appreciate if they wouldn't lean into me and all this. And he's like, okay, I just want to make sure that you know that we weren't in the wrong. You were in the wrong because you hit the dealer. The dealer did not hit you. I'm like, yeah, fine. I'm not going to do a survey or anything. That's why you're trying to say that, like you can't admit fault or something. But anyway, so that was the big thing that happened. The big story, the crap story, what the crap happened on that one. And so with all that being said, I did get some points, but I did lose another $100. So I only have $200 and 2 more sessions to go. I'm in Juneau today, Juneau, Alaska. And the thing about being in Juneau with this weather, oh man, I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be awesome. And then also, I'm gonna skip tonight. I'm not playing a session tonight because the casino opens at 10 p.m. So that's why I have 2 more sessions. I'm not gonna go to the casino tonight because it opens at 10 p.m. Who's gonna start that late, right? All right, so I'm gonna enjoy the day here in Juneau, and until next time, I guess we'll see what the tracker says next on the next session. All right, here we go. Day 6, session 6. I skipped a day on session 5 because I had 2 sessions, but I'm ready to tell you what I'm tracking. Craps table's not open yet. It's about 7:30. Whoa. No, it's 6:30. It's supposed to open at 7:30. I have $200 left, and I'm buying in for 200, and my stop loss is 200. I'm gonna tell you why in just a second. I have 2,395 points, and my goal is still 4,000. I'm gonna be tracking some things during this session. I'm gonna track come out 7s and 11s, come out 2 3s, come out 12s, just in case. I'm gonna count how many times you get out of the hand and how many times I don't get out of the hand. And then I'm also gonna just track the points. Like if the point is 4, I'm gonna write down 4. And then I'm gonna circle it if they make it. I'm not gonna circle it if they don't make it. So how many points were hit, we'll find out tonight. And then why is my walk away 0? If I don't have anything left, I won't play again. Well, at this point, with 2,395 points, that's a 2,000 level certificate. And I already looked on there. I'm hoping to get 3,000, but 3,000, 4,000. The next level is 6,500. So I'd have to go to 6,500 to get to the next level. So the idea is you'll get to a place where you can't just keep playing, where it doesn't make sense to keep playing because you have your points. So I'm at the 2,000 point level. If this $200 could get me to 3,000, that would be great. If I can walk away up from the table tonight, then that would be great too. Then I'll play tomorrow night, but I just wanted to keep you updated on that. And then once we get to the table, I probably won't record that much at the table because they have said something to me about recording, that I need to stop recording, blah, blah, blah. So I'll just give you a recap right after this. Here we go. Okay, I came over here to try to secretly record. I've been playing for 3 hours and I'm up $12. so I've been just playing and playing with their money. So that's very good because I'm gaining points. I am up. I know I'm up. because I have a pocket full. But I played, I don't even know what time it is. 7 to 2? 7 to 2, whenever it opened. I think it opened at 7 to 2. I don't know, it's late. But I got 894 points for this session. And I gotta go, I still gotta go to the cashier to figure out how much money I'm up. But total points, 3289. 3289. I don't know if I'm gonna get my 4,000 goal because, and I didn't think I was, but this is what's crazy. I'm on a Royal Caribbean ship, obviously, but I'm going to Vancouver. No, not Vancouver, Victoria, right? So we're doing an Alaskan cruise, and tomorrow they close the casino at like 3 p.m. They're gonna close the casino at 3 p.m. No night session. So I have to get over here and play a day session. But as you know, when the casino's open, doesn't mean the craps table's open. They might only open the craps table between 12 and 1, which means I probably will only get a 2-hour session tomorrow. And I'm gonna use my free play. On the last day, you have to use your free play. I'm gonna try to get the free play tonight based on my points. Every 250 points is $5. So 3,000 points, what is that? I don't know, 3,000 points, I'll have some free play. So anyway, let's go there. I'll tell you how much money I got after I go to the cashier, but first I have to use the restroom. Okay, that's better. All right, so 3,000 points is $60. I think I did the math. I just did the math. I should have wrote it down, but I think it's $60 worth of free play. Okay, I'm up 200 to cast out with $800, which means I won the free play back and my original money back. So technically, because I had 300, I think I had 350 of free play. So I turned 350 of free play into 300 of free play. So technically I'm walking away. If I walk away and I don't play tomorrow, I'm at the 3,000 level and I have 300 extra dollars. So that would be where I'm at. But I think I'm gonna play tomorrow because I have that free play. So I have to play with the free play, and I'm gonna do my secret system. Okay, I haven't forgot about to tell you about the secret system, but what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to Sorrento's and getting some pizza. I have my soda. So let's go, and let's go until tomorrow morning. Here we go. I'm gonna jump to tomorrow morning. Here we go. One thing to do before you leave, if you want to use your free cruise by playing in the casino, is to make sure to go to next cruise, or at least on the app, do your $200 deposit so that you get the free cruise and the onboard credit and the free play that comes with it. So always find out next cruise before you leave the ship. Very important. $200 deposit, and it gets you the free play. I think I'm at the 3,000 level, so that's $250 worth of free play. So I gave 200 there for the deposit, but I'm gonna get 250 once I get on board. That's the way it works. All right, getting ready for the last session. Now here's $365. Now remember, I started with $350 free play and 500 of my real money. So if I play this session with this, I'm only playing with technically the free play I started with. So all right, let's get going. So I played the last session, just a couple hours at craps, and they closed the craps table down. They're gonna be closing the rest of the casino down pretty soon, but I wanted to check with the casino host to see, did I make it to the 4,000 level? We're all gonna find out. Usually there's a big line, so make sure to get in line, and make sure to get your certificate printed before you leave. And so I'll let you know. Let's see what happens. All right, let's start with the first thing. Number one, did I make the 4,000 points? No, I did not. I got 3,647 points, and they closed the craps table. Now, I could have ran over to the slot machines, put in some money, and just trying to get it, because the difference between the 3,000 and the 4,000 is $250 worth of free play. So 3,000 has $250 worth of free play. 4,000 has $500 worth of free play. So if I would have spent the $250 and just pressed it and hopefully got a couple hundred points and got to the 4,000, then of course I would have made it. But because they closed the tables, I didn't have enough time, and then they closed the machines, and so did not get 4,000 points. So let's take a look at the certificate. Instant Cruise certificate. Congratulations. This certificate is awarded to you with Royal Caribbean International for a cruise for two. All right, it's an ocean view or a balcony, and it is a trade-in value, but also it has, with the booking bonus, $250 worth of free play, and you take this code, this offer code, and your next cruise booking reservation number. Once you match those together, then you have that. But in order to get a next cruise, you have to do the $200 deposit we talked about earlier. So if you've been keeping track, we started with $850. That was $500 of our own money and $350 of free play that we had. And we kind of went up and down. We played, but the casino wasn't open the whole time. So that's why I don't think we got to the 4,000. If we had more time, we can get to the 4,000. But how do we do with our money? Were we up or were we down? Ooh, we have $900 here, which means we got our free play turned into real money, and we got our $500 back. If you take the $200 deposit out, we still have $700, and that means we're kind of up $200, and we got a free cruise. Thanks for watching this journey, and don't forget about my secret system that I'll be putting up as soon as that video is out. If that video is out, it's right here. If that video is not right here, then it's not out yet. But subscribe if you would, and thanks for following along on this journey, and I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.